Okay, this is Side from Scroll, and I just wanted to, in light of recent events, give my opinion on Constantine being canceled. I think it was a stupid idea by NBC, and I think that the show was just getting good. It wasn't the best DC show on television, but it was certainly getting better, and it was certainly it got really good towards the end, and there was great character development, and just I think it's ludicrous that NBC just dropped the show like that. It was just starting to get well, one thing, the fan base is amazing, but it was just starting to get really good. A lot of plot twists, especially at the end with Manny. And Matt Ryan just outdid himself as John Constantine. And Chaz, he was annoying at first, but then you got to, I think it was about episode 5 or 4, where they went to the, when you figured out the backstory behind his lives, or how he has so many extra lives, and he blew himself up for, or to save his daughter's soul, which was crazy. Let me see what episode it is here. I got this up. It was later on. Well, okay, okay. I think that was episode that was episode 3. That was episode yes, episode 5 if I'm not mistaken. But let's talk about the Saints Last Resort, because that episode was fantastic. That was the one where they had to go to Mexico City to, and they first encountered the rising darkness, and of course they had to fight the Rukari, or they first figured out about them, and they got to fight like the Eve's sister or whatever, and that was really awesome. Like, it was just so well made, and that's when the show started turning, like, for the better for me, and it was just so awesome. And that, of course, there's a few episodes after that that weren't as good as that one, but they weren't horrible. And the last episode was my favorite, my absolute favorite, Waiting for the Man, when Papa Midnight sends the, puts bounty on John's head, and he's also in the forest with, trying to figure out about that one Satanist dude. And that episode was just like, actually was sort of freaky. It was dark. It was something that's not found on TV a lot, and so I think NBC's really missing out. They're really failing on this one, like, and I think somebody else is gonna pick it up. Let's look at the Twitter. Let's look at the Twitter. No, let's look at Twitter. Constantine is 4th. It's going between 4th and 3rd. Between let's see what it's trending now. Refresh the page here. Still 49,000 tweets already. It was announced like 3 hours ago, and it's still on the rise, getting more and more and more tweets about. And Stephen Amell, I think he plays Oliver Queen on Arrow, of course. He said he'd totally guest star if it moved to a new network, and it should definitely come to the CW. And there's people like William Shatner, well-respected people in like the nerd community, that they're just like rallying around this show because it was getting fantastic, and NBC's being retarded by not letting it happen. So if you're a Constantine fan. If you're not, you can stream it for free, I think, for today and tomorrow. I'd watch through it at first. It may be not that good, but it definitely gets better. Just keep watching. It gets better and better and better. And by the end of it, you want more. And when you get to that point, start tweeting and doing whatever you can to get more, because we all need to rally around the show and bring it back on air. So these were just my thoughts that were brought up that I would like to bring up with you guys, so I can get you guys to rally around this show, because it was at first it wasn't good, but it was just getting into it. Shows sometimes take a while to get into their groove, and NBC didn't even give it a chance. So I'm sure ABC would be able to pick it up. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get Lucifer, which is another DC like supernatural show, and so maybe they could do like a sort of team up, kind of like Flash and Arrow does with the CW, and that would be awesome. That'd be fantastic. Or maybe CBS, because they're getting Supergirl, and they want another DC show, or Netflix would pick it up. But there's enough of a fan base, and there's enough, and it's good enough of a show where it needs to be picked up. So just watch through it yourself, see what you think of it yourself, and then rally around it if you like it, because I certainly will be rallying around it. So these were my thoughts about Constantine. I hope they've helped you. Maybe you're a person who heard it's really good and they encouraged you to watch it. So, alright, this is Sideburn Scroll signing off.